Awesome.
Good morning, everyone. It's Carol Laurie, and I'm here with my dear friend and colleague, Dr. Louise Swartswalter, who is a naturopathic physician and with a very special niche that we all need to learn about. So thank you so much for being here, Dr. Louise. You were here once before, and
Yes.
we brought you back because there's such a demand for what you're offering. And I have to say that I did a session with Dr. Louise last week, and it was very transformative. So we're lucky to have her. So welcome and thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Carol, for having me. I'm excited to share with your community. I do feel like, we've got it, usually our brain is involved. It's the brain and the heart and the gut. And I find that, when we're healing from any kind of dis-ease or imbalance, that we need to work on the brain and the soul. And so when we clear the energy and the patterns and the emotions that are stuck in the spaces of the brain, it allows us to heal. Yeah.
I love that. So talk about how do we do that? Because nobody talks about having to clear the soul with an illness.
Yeah, you know what? Your soul body is huge. Okay. It's like, think of it almost like your energy field. It goes out to the stars or out to the sun. And so when we're suffering with any kind of imbalance or dis-ease, it's not just your physical body. You have a physical body, a mental body, emotional body, a spiritual body, and an energy field. And I found that pain and disease, dis-ease starts in the field. It's energy work. And more people are starting to get this today. And it's just super exciting. We're energy beings. And even what happened during COVID is we got all connected in a different way. I think of it as kind of like a Venn diagram. I wonder if I have it on the back. I do. Think of it like this.
Oh, I love that. What a beautiful simple diagram.
So it's just on the back of my pad here, right? But it is what it is that shows like we're all connected. And during the pandemic, we got more connected because it was a global thing. And so that means that other people's energetic fields are in your field. So, and you too, you're taking care of your husband. You have his energy in your field, right? And so what happens is especially as empathic or sensitive people, we have to be able to keep our energetic field clear so your brain could work well. And those patterns get stuck in space. And we're actually 99.999% space. We're only 10% physical body. So what I figured out is we have to heal in those spaces. And so I figured out a system to actually clear the spaces in the brain and help you elevate your life, get healthy again, but healthy mind, body, spirit, energy field all together.
I think that's such a beautiful topic that you're talking about, especially for women who have been through breast cancer, because when you go in for radiation, your energetic field is disrupted. And when you go in for chemotherapy, it's disrupted. And how do you recover your own energy from those intense moments of energetic disruption?
Yeah, that's a great question. Very simply, there's a lot of like deep dive techniques, but simply, it's the power of the spoken word of the truth will set you free. So let's say you go in for a treatment and you're tired afterwards, you're exhausted and you're in fear. So you're scared, you're wondering, is this going to work? You're asking yourself questions, you're praying, you're hoping for the best, you're seeing the positive outcome, hopefully, and yet it's still stressful. So if you name the emotion, you can name the emotion that's coming up. Is it fear? Is it frustration? Is it overwhelm? And you state that. Just stating it starts to be able to clear the energy. It's kind of like truth will set you free. So that's a very beginning thing that I can teach you. And I think about this, Carol. I think about how, when we meet with a girlfriend and we're sharing our week, let's say, what went on this week, and we're talking and we're using the words about what happened. And we're saying the truth to each other. And after you meet with your girlfriend, you feel better.
You feel better.
It's because you're speaking the truth. And so when we have cancer, it's an identity crisis. it's getting back to 100% your soul's truth. And the more you can be in the moment and be present and allow yourself to speak those truth words, the easier it'll be. And then there's stress reduction things I want to teach, but that's a very beginning, you know?
So let's talk about this concept of cancer as identity crisis, because I think that is one of the beginning moments of the trauma of breast cancer, or any cancer, but my specialty is breast cancer. So you hear the words for women who've been through this, you know, you have a lump, we found a lump, you have breast cancer. And I think one of the difficulties is immediately you're taking, your individuality is ripped from you and you're put into this place of patient.
Yes.
Which puts you into this, okay, you have this type of tumor and this type of breast cancer, and now research, you're going down this path. And one of the ways that I think it's very important to work with people is to really help them maintain their individuality, because individuality of ourselves, of our souls, is also individuality of our cells. And breast cancer or cancer is cells that have lost their individuality and are joining the unhealthy pack, so to speak. So the clearing work that you do is very helpful for women to stay individualized.
That's such a great, I love that. So what you're doing is you're explaining and helping us see that it's the individual cells that are going array, but it also connects to your individual self. So it's the soul and the physical body connected there. And so if you understand that, and you can work on creating like your new life, really cancer, fibromyalgia, lupus, any autoimmune illness or trauma is sort of just a sign, if you will, to create your new life, right? To become reborn, to become renewed. So it's going to be some journaling and some work on yourself about what is it you really want in your life. Get really clear about that. And you know, with breast cancer, often we're taking care of others and not ourselves.
Right.
So it's self-care. So the more you can do your self-care, so it's taking care of your health by eating right, taking good supplements, listening to Dr. Laurie here.
Taking your supplements. Yes. Here are my supplements of the moment. Power
there we go. Exactly. I have stuff on my desk too. So, you know,
that's how we are able to be so vibrant and here with everyone. We have to take care of ourselves.
Exactly. And so, you know, so listen to Dr. Laurie here and allow yourself to take care of yourself. So, you know, that's getting good sleep, that's exercising, that's taking a walk in nature, that's grounding, you know, that's meditating, that's prayer, that's journaling, you know, whatever you need to do as a tool for you, put that as a priority. And I always encourage people to get like a morning routine and an evening routine.
Oh, let's talk about that. I think the morning is very important for me. There's this tendency to get up and just, okay, let's look at my emails, let's do this. But I really feel like I need to devote at least a half hour to my mindset and my sense of centering and what I'm going to do today. And from that place, everything else seems to go more smoothly.
Yes. And so I like to lead my people through an exercise I called Mind Gems. And Mind Gems is 12 little exercises, and that's what I do in the morning that balance the brain.
That's what I have. That's what you gave me.
And it takes 4 minutes to do these. You know, it takes 4 minutes to do these, and so they're 12 little exercises. Like this is balancing polarity, and then we switch it. So we hold it for 12 seconds and switch, and this is present time. So just putting your hand on your top of your head. And you hold it for 12 seconds and you switch and you breathe and you say your intentions. See yourself healthy. You know, I'm healthy and vibrant and able to accomplish all I want to today with ease and grace. I take time for myself. Whatever your intentions are, you can say them while you do Mind Gems. You know, so that's a great little just beginning morning routine. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's when you take your walk. Maybe it's when you sit outside in the sun with your cup of tea in the morning.
Exactly, I do that. Right, it's beautiful. Sit out there and look at the garden and drink my green tea. Very
Yeah.
healthy for you. Very great way to start
And
the morning.
and it doesn't take that long, you guys. If it's 10 minutes, even if you give yourself 10 or 20 minutes, you're still honoring you before you start your day.
I think that's what it's about. Honor you before you start your day.
Yeah, absolutely. So that can work really, really well. And then, some of the work that I do, clearing the trauma in the brain and the soul, also helps people get back to that individuality, to that wholeness of who they came here to be. Because again, any disease, breast cancer included, is just your body, mind, spirit out of balance. And we've got to get you back into balance.
And how do you clear? Do you want to share some of your work with the community?
Yeah, so what we do when we clear energy, like I did with you, is I would come up with your goal or intention. I don't know, Carol, do you have one right now? Maybe we'll just do 2 strings. What would you want to have change or be different?
I want to have abundant energy to reach all the women who need guidance through their breast cancer journey.
Okay, so abundant.
You hear that, ladies? You hear that?
I love it. Yeah. So if you had abundant energy to reach all the women who need your help, how will you feel?
Oh, great, fantastic, accomplished. All my years of studying and hard work is reaching the women who need the help and the support and the additional information that is not provided by medical oncology, which is so critical.
Awesome. Okay, so you really want the energy so you can help more people. It sounds like, and really feel like you're giving back
from a place of having it to give. You can't give when you're empty, and that's one of the things I talk to women about all the time.
Yes.
So often you're running, doing, but you're empty yourself. So you have to have a full cup in order to share with the universe.
Okay, so let's put that in there too. So I'm writing all this in a box and I'm saying, okay, this is your abundant energy, reaching lots of women, having that full cup, feeling successful and accomplished. And then what I do is I just say, okay, who or what is pulling you away from that goal? And I use intuition.
I know intuition is wonderful. I can see somebody sometimes and I go, oh, they have a problem in this area before they've even said anything to me.
Exactly. And what you'll find, for your women out there is they have intuition too. They have
unfortunately, most women are not connected to it. Our society rips that away from us, don't you think?
I do. But here's what I want everyone to know is you do have it. You just have to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the more you get clear of these traumas, like we're going to do right now with you, and your brain gets clear and your soul gets cleared, your energy field is cleared, the more you'll be able to listen to your intuition and trust it. Much like Carol just said, hey, I can feel that somebody has this issue before they even talk, or just by looking at them. And that's because you've been practicing it. But everyone has it, and it's just literally a practice. And you know what, years ago when I started neurobiofeedback, what I found was after I did a number of sessions on somebody, they would come back and they would be more intuitive. And they would tell me that, and they'd be like, I had this thing happen with my mother-in-law and I did X, Y, and Z and I just felt it and it really worked well, and so you will too, and you can get there by doing this kind of work.
Great.
And that's what I love about this. So I want you all to know you have an intuition. Your intuition is that gut level feeling that says you're supposed to turn right, even though the direction said left. And you turn right and you actually get to the place and you go, oh, I knew it. Right? I just knew it, or your intuitive hit about, where you're supposed to, I don't know, you're doing your errands. And you just know you're supposed to take a different road because there's going to be traffic on another road. And you go that way and you find out later there was a big accident blocking the road that you were going to go on in the first place, but your intuition told you something different. That's just a little example. But there's all kinds of examples of bigger things that happen with that. So what's taking you away from your abundant energy? 1, 2, there's at least 2 strings. So I drew a box on the paper and then I drew strings. And I'm using my intuition to tap into the energy field. And I'm saying, who or what is pulling you away from having that energy? I say, okay, 1, 2, is this a male or a female? There's a female in your energy field. So is this just you or is it a client? It's a client. So it's somebody on your heart. And we as practitioners we care about people.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're going to get that.
That's all the women I work with.
That's going to happen. And that's why you're so good at what you do. So we
can't do this type of work and be disassociated from your heart. It doesn't help. People can tell, and it doesn't help them get better.
Exactly. And so you can feel that as you're listening to Carol. And so if you're here too, and you know when you're working with her, you know her big heart, and you appreciate that, and you know that that's a big part of your healing, not just her expertise, but her caring about you. So a lot of times when we're working with people, we get their energy in our field, but we can also get energy in our field from watching the news.
I know that's the problem. I always tell people, do not watch the news before you go to bed, because you're going to end up like this. It's very disruptive.
It is very disruptive. So, stay in a positive mindset, a positive place. So this female in your field is a client, and I got the energy of 2 minds and possessive and unprotected. And I'm looking at lists of words. So I just have lists of words here that.
Well, Louise has her system here. She's been doing this with probably thousands of people. And she uses her intuition and the system that she's developed, that's a proprietary system, to really help, guide you where you need to go.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's really mind, body, spirit. The system spells brain, and brain is body. B is body. So B is body, R is release, A is align with spirit, I is integrate your brain frequencies to your soul's true purpose, and N is putting in a new program. And the new program is energy work that actually reboots your energy field. Like you're putting a new program in your computer, you have a biocomputer around your brain. And so the whole system, when we're doing this, we're doing a part of it right now with Carol. She's agreed to be our surrogate. And this will work on you too if you're listening. So her goal is abundant energy so she can help more women with breast cancer who need the help, and to use her skills and expertise there. And so I got that there's 2 either people or situations blocking, or there's something in the way of her having all of that the way she wants it. And so I'm clearing it. This is called brain soul balancing. I'm actually going to be doing this coming up, Carol, on a masterclass next week.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to clear you first, but we've got a masterclass coming up July 13th, and we'll put that here too. So you can experience this as well, and learn some awesome energy work tools. So the person in your field is unprotected or feeling unprotected. There's possessiveness. There's of 2 minds. There's lost. Oh, this is going to be good. It might work on them too. Vulnerability. Lack of control. Frustration.
When she's saying these words, you can feel them sink into you, and you go, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And so as she's talking, and as she mentioned before, when you speak your truth, you clear your energy. And so as she's going through her system, using her intuition and her words, you can feel the shift in your body if you stay centered and in tune, and you go, So that's wonderful, Louise.
Yeah, I know it's really interesting because, and I didn't know I could teach this, and now I can, you guys can learn this too. So you watch this and you go, gosh, how did she get those words? How did she know that? I just want you to know that you can. It takes some time, but you can learn this too. And when we clear the energy like this, I've got this woman, and we don't know who this is, and it doesn't matter. It's still going to help you, but because it's a client of yours and I'm naming the words, it's very possible, because it's energy work, that she will feel different too. And you'll get on a call with one of your clients this week and you'll remember we did this. And all of a sudden, this woman will tell you, I suddenly felt better on Friday. I don't know why. And so that can happen. I can't promise it, but it has happened many times in the past. So we got, conflict of two minds, possessiveness, unprotected, lack of control, lost, vulnerability, panic, right? Typical kind of, emotions that someone might have if they're dealing with this. And then what we do that clears the brain and the soul is we say, was that a liar, thief, or a fraud on your abundant energy and you being able to help these women the way you want? And I got that it's a thief. And then we named, did it kill, steal, or destroy something? Those words came from John 10:10 in the Bible. And so they actually clear the brain and the soul. And I got that it stole love, strength. So you're getting back more of your love, more of your strength. And your safety.
Great.
Is there another word I need to say? No. So we're just going to say, I destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation with your client and anything in her energy field that's also affecting you, Carol. We release it now, let it go, allow you to have that abundant energy to be able to help more women with your gifts and all that you want to do. Good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. I know that makes no sense. It's just a clearing statement. It's called access consciousness, and we're just going to tap the bottom of your foot.
Yeah, I did a session with Dr. Louise, and I did this, and I have to say it was a little weird because this is not our normal, but for her, it's normal, and that makes it fine because she's been doing this for thousands of women, and I found it extremely helpful, and that's why I asked her to come back to share this with you about this information and also about her upcoming exciting masterclass.
Yeah, because, and so did you already feel that? Did something shift when we just did this stream?
Yeah, totally. I think hitting the bottom of your foot, I have to hit the other side, is extremely
okay. Yeah. I know. I feel like that knocks it out of there.
Meridians are down at the bottom of your feet. So when you do that, you're just bringing the energy up no matter what.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. So I added that. If you are people here who've been doing access consciousness work with that clearing statement, good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, it's not part of that. I just added it because I liked it. And it works, So I want to clear one more string and then we can wrap it up. But there's a situation too in your field that's taking you away from having abundant energy. Is this situation something with you? Is it with somebody else? I feel like it's probably the situation of your husband and his, in his struggle. So it's that struggle that you're around all the time. Here, let's get the words though. Oh, this is going to be good, Carol. Joyless, pain. If any of you are caretakers out there,
with her hands, that's part of her muscle testing, so to speak, to see where the energy is.
Yeah, so I'm muscle testing, and if you don't know what muscle testing is, the strength of your muscles connected to your nervous system, so we can use it to get information. And so I'm literally just testing a list of words. I'm going down words and I'm going, gosh, what's resonating with this situation with, your husband who you're caretaking. And so that means his energy, just like I showed you here, is in your field. We're all connected.
When you have loved ones, you're all connected like that.
Yes.
Whether it's your parents or your children or your spouse, we're all connected to our loved ones. And that's the definition of intimacy and marriage and relationships. So this is very common for a lot of women. Absolutely.
Yes. And so again, we are all as women caretakers, and we've been taught not to say no. Right?
Well, there are times when absolutely. There are times when you need to say no. And there are times when when you get married, for better or worse, in sickness and health, but you have to make sure that you're not overextending yourself. So you really got to set boundaries about what's possible for you, that you stay a sane person when you're in a caretaking role.
Absolutely. When you're in a caretaking role. Yeah. So if we're talking about that, you're absolutely right. So we have to have tools to clear the energy. So you have the stamina and the balance to be able to be in that caretaking role. So this is just that energy in your field, probably is around your husband and maybe even outside here. It's collective energy too. So I got joyless, pain, oppressed, let's see, here. Vulnerability, helpless.
So I think a lot of these are how my husband must feel.
I'm thinking that.
And we're not going to go into the specifics of his illness, but yeah.
Yeah, and frustration. Frustration is there. Creative insecurity. I feel like he's a beautiful soul.
He is. I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, really, really
He's
cool.
my number one support person in my mission for my work. He is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everything.
Yeah, that's really, really, really awesome. And there's overwhelm there too. So is there another word I need to name on this string with your husband? No,
I think you got it all.
Yeah. So is this a liar or a thief? So it's a thief on you. So let's name what it's killing or stealing. Stealing your freedom, your energy, spirituality, and security. So we're reclaiming those. So when we say that, it's like we're getting back freedom, energy, spirituality, safety. You know what? I got prosperity too. That should turn some things around. Safety, prosperity, and letting go. Now, you're not supposed to let go in the sense of letting go, but letting go of the pain so you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can be okay, So we're going to say that statement again. I destroy and uncreate any judgments, assumptions, projections, conclusions, decisions about the situation with your husband and just being a caretaker and all the energy around that or the emotions that are in the field. We release that now, let it go. Allow you to be free, for you to have abundant energy to reach the women you want to reach and do that good work and use your amazing expertise, good and bad, right and wrong, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. And then again, we're just going to tap our foot. Yay. Awesome. And then I'm just going to say, Rakma.
Rakma.
Rakma. And just clear that energy. So that's just a quick little demo of brain soul balancing. It's like we release the old, okay? And then we want to put in the new program of how you want to be going forward to feel abundant, right? So, Carol, I'm just going to have you say these. Say, I have abundant energy.
Have abundant energy.
To reach more women.
To reach many more women.
And use my gifts.
And use my gifts.
In the world.
In the world.
Awesome. And then how will you feel if that's happening?
I will feel fantastic, accomplished, really positive that all these women, more women now have the tools they need to recover their health after breast cancer and through breast cancer.
Awesome. And then all I want you to do, I'm just going to do a little tweak on the language. So beautiful. Only instead of I will, say it in the affirmative like you are already. I feel fantastic, accomplished, right? So like in the positive already. We want you there. Now, this is the part that's going to look funny. It's actually codes. They're success codes, and they change the energy or the program in your energy field because you have rings around your brain like capacitor rings, much like an atom has rings. And when they're off, you'll be off. Mm-hmm. So the mind gems are the first part of putting that together. This is the second part of putting that back together and getting those back in balance so that you can feel whole and have the energy you want. And so they're codes in the field, and they're just numbers, but they have to do with sacred geometry, and they change the pattern. So they take out old patterns, put in new patterns. And so I'm just going to do these down your left leg. So I'm just pretending I'm with you and I'm doing this on Zoom, right? And I'm saying, all right, let's get you having that abundant energy, feeling accomplished. And 2, 3, love. 5, 3, forgiveness. I'm going down Carol's left leg. 2,
And I'm
3,
moving
love.
my left leg as she's doing that.
2, 3, love. 5, 3, forgiveness. 6, 5, choice. 9, 2, freedom. 4, 2, greater love. And these clear self-sabotage. And I'm going to go down your front. 4, 2, say, I have positive self-worth. Okay. I'm gonna have you say that. Say, I have positive self-worth.
I have very positive self-worth.
2, 2, say, I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed.
And 4, 4, I choose to live in joy.
I choose to live in joy.
And 6, 2, I choose to live by the higher laws.
I absolutely choose to live by the higher laws.
Okay, so we just integrated that, and now you're strong for all of that. And so I'll have you say those intentions again, and then we're going to lock it in. So say, I have abundant energy.
I have abundant energy.
To reach more women.
To reach more women.
To be able to use my gifts.
To be able to use my gifts.
In the world.
In the world.
Okay. And I feel fantastic.
Fantastic.
Successful.
Successful.
Accomplished.
Accomplished.
Is there another word?
And much joy that I'm able to help all the women who need it.
Awesome. And so now we're strong on all those. So then we lock it in. So we just rebooted like your program in your energy field. And the way we lock it in is we just put our hands above our head. So either like this or like this, doesn't matter. If I was with you, I would try to pull them down in front of you, and you would just stay strong. Okay, so it's like a lock. Then I'm going to have you cone your fingers on your right hand like you would for Mind Gems and make a circle in front of your heart and say the numbers 2, 2.
2, 2.
I choose to succeed.
I choose to succeed. And
then tap your belly button 8 times. And that locks in, I have energy. I feel fantastic. I'm able to help more women. So how do you feel, Carol?
Very energized and clear and different than when I woke up.
Excellent. Good. So you'll have a good day now. So that was just an example of the brain system, real short, just clearing the energy out and putting the new program in. And I just want you all to know that that's what's possible for you. And when we deep dive this and look at the traumas that happened at age 6 or with great-great-grandmother, or, you had a death in your family or whatever, or an accident, and your illness, the trauma of having breast cancer, and we clear that, you'll heal faster.
So I just want to press pause because what you just said was so important. When you clear trauma and all the other stuff, you're able to heal faster.
Yes.
And deeper.
And deeper. And you get back to being what I call your individuality is your words. I use 100% soul truth. They're the same. It's getting back to your authentic, beautiful self. So you're really getting more on purpose and honoring you. And we're all going to go through something, whether it's breast cancer, an illness, a death in the family, the pandemic, an accident, Lyme disease, whatever, to get us to be 100% our soul's truth. So I also want to sort of take the charge off of that for your women here and help them see that it's okay to be going through what they're going through and to see the positive of the other side of it, and to encourage you to see yourself healthy, doing something that you love, even if it's a year from now. Visualize it. See yourself going on being on the beach, whatever, picnic, vacation, whatever it is.
I think visualization is extremely important, and encourage women to really focus on that when you're having a difficult time, and you're not feeling well. Visualization puts you forward, future forward your thoughts, and it takes you out of that cement feeling that you have around your experience.
Yes.
And it gives you some breathing room and psychic space. So visualization is extremely important.
Yes, so you do want to use that. And then we have a free masterclass coming up.
Talk
So
about
you can learn these, so it's called the 5 secrets. And so those secrets of the brain system, you're going to get an exposure to what a lot bigger than what I just did here. It's the 5 secrets to reboot your brain in your life. And we're going to do a big ancestral clearing in the group on that. You will feel different at the end. And you're going to learn to do these brain hacks. So we're going to go through 3 brain soul hacks. So you have tools now to be able to clear your stress in the moment. And these tools take like less than 10 minutes to do. And they're so fast and they're so awesome. I have thousands of people using these tools. And I just really want to give that to more people, and touch more people.
Like I do. Like you want to reach more women who need the help.
Exactly. So who doesn't need this today? We're all under stress, so we need to have those stress reduction tools and those rebalancing tools.
And how do they reach you? I'm writing this down.
So yes, and so it's LouiseSwartswalter.com. And I believe it's /masterclass 2022, but it's on my website, LouiseSwartswalter.com. Let's see if I have let me get the URL for you.
It's
the 5 secrets to reboot your brain in life. It's /masterclass July 2022. I think I can put it here. Let's see. Let me come back to where are we? There we go. Let me put it in the chat here.
That's a good point. Where is the chat?
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Okay, I'm copying and pasting it, everybody.
So it's LouiseSwartswalter.com/masterclass. And then /July 2022. It's July 13th. It's 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I promise you are going to feel different at the end. We take before and after pictures because it's just so amazing.
I have to say that Louise did that with me when I had my private clearing with her. And there was a big difference. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Big difference. Yeah, you can just really see that.
Yeah, and you held it. You look great to me today. So I can see the change. I can see the difference. It's so completely awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
We got this up on the screen, everyone. There it is. And so this is free. Dr. Louise giving back, and which is what we all do as practitioners to reach more women. And then if this resonates with you, then you can sign up for some version of her program. And I think the wonderful thing about what Dr. Louise does is it really incorporates the mind and the body. And we're dear colleagues and friends, and we work a little differently, but we also work similarly in that we believe in the body and the mind, the importance and the connection. And when you get into the world of breast cancer, there's this big focus on let's do chemo, radiation, surgery, the tumor, reconstruction. How am I eating? There's a lot of functional cognitive components of this, but and there's this urgency, but bringing in the spirit and the mind and mindset from the very beginning will only benefit you on your journey. And keeping your energy clear with this kind of work that Dr. Louise will teach you is just amazing. Such a benefit for you all.
Yes, thank you, Carol. Absolutely. Yes, and we are definitely aligned there, So I'm going to encourage you all to stay in your heart space. So if your mind is racing, and you're thinking, oh no, I have to go do this, or the doctor said this, or whatever you're thinking, go ground, get outside, put your feet on the earth, and put your hands on your heart and do some heart breathing, and just get back to your soul and your heart, and you will heal faster.
Absolutely. That's really beautiful. Thank you so much for being here. It's a wonderful way to end.
Yes.
Everyone, I really encourage you. You could see how Dr. Louise works. This is my second session with her, and I have to say that it's very beneficial no matter what we all have going on. And you can tell that my mission is to reach more of you, to gather you, as is Louise's mission, to reach more of you, to gather you, to share this really important information with you. And I think it's a little out there, but when you start doing it, you really feel the benefits. And she has been doing this with thousands of people, so she has a whole system. And we all need to bring in other methods to help us stay centered and healing.
The more we learn, the more we grow. And it's about growing your soul and getting back to 100% your soul truth. You know, that's really what healing is. And again, stuff starts in the field. So pain starts in the field. Your cancer starts in the field. If we don't do the field program, it's just going to take longer
to heal. Right.
To heal. And then we're whole people. We got to do like you do, mind, body. We got to do the mind and the body. You know, we've got to do the whole person. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here and doing another little bit of clearing work for me. I appreciate every little bit that
You're welcome.
shared with me. And ladies, I hope to see you there because I will be there next Wednesday. I think it's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
I already have it on my calendar, and I'll see you there because I'll be there too.
Awesome. I can't wait to see you there, everyone. So have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, hopefully. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye for now. Carol Laurie signing off. There'll be more later.